Going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk just straight off the dome here because this idea just sparked and I was like, let me just turn the camera on and see what I can come up with. And I think I'm on to something here. I think the version of reality that you live in is mostly based off of confirmation bias. And I can say that confidently because I am also guilty of the same thing. And because I feel like everybody is as well. I'm not saying that just because I have something that means everybody does have the same thing, but what I am saying is that this is a very common mindset that I have seen in several other people. It's a sort of cognitive dissonance, right? I feel like we're all sort of living in a liminal cognitive dissonant state, searching for the confirmation to validate our specific biases on our identity. What a fucking sentence that was. Let me say that again. I think that we are living in a liminal space, searching for confirmation to confirm the bias that we have on our identity. Think about that. I want you to think about that. Think about that. I'm gonna let that one sink in. See, the thing is, you have an idea of who you are. You have attached yourself to a persona, to a personality, to some traits, to some characteristics, to ways of being, to behaviors, to actions, to principles, to beliefs. And honestly, that's actually on another level. Some people attach their identity to their job, to their materialistic possessions, to these things, right? But I would say an elevated version of that would be people who attach their identity to purpose, beliefs, characteristics, behaviors, etc. But even then, your identity is not that. Because your identity is in the now. Your identity is constantly shifting, shaping itself, and evolving with each and every moment in your life. Who you are right now wasn't who you were a moment ago. And then it's like, okay, then if we were really to get like so granular with it and think about it like, okay, then what do I attach my identity to, right? Do I attach my identity to the very basic cells and atoms that compose my body? But even then, your cells are constantly dying and reinventing themselves. So if you say that my identity you're like, I'm gonna boil this down. Like, I'm gonna evaporate all of the bullshit and boil this down to the bare bone minimum of I am what makes me up. I am the cells that make me up. I am the cells in my body, but your cells themselves reinvent themselves. Ooh, every other day. You're constantly shedding. So even then, on a very bare bones boiled down perspective, zoomed in, even then, that's not your identity. So you're like, okay, what is my identity? I think the closest thing to identity that I can possibly conceive is elusive. Sure, you could say it's soul, you could say it's essence, you could say, but I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I'm not here to crack the code on this. I'm just here to share a message, which is to be aware of the fact that right now, the reason why you browse social media, the reason why you're on TikTok, the reason why you're on this video, the reason why you do the things that you do is to confirm to yourself that you are who you think you are. And that can cause a lot of turmoil. It isn't until you expand past that and stop seeking confirmation for these things that you become who you were truly meant to be. All right, I got to jump in a meeting. I'll see you guys later.